Hey guys, I'm Dupree, and today I'm going to show you how to make long shots in pool. And long shots, I mean like close the object ball and cue ball close together, but a long distance away, or the cue ball and object ball a long distance away. But before we get into that, I just want to walk through a quick little shot making technique. So, or like a pre-shooting form. So what you need to do is you need to look at your line between the pocket and the ball, the opening of the pocket and the ball. That's important. Then you find that little line, keep your eye on that line, and you find a line between the cue ball and that point. You put your back foot on that line. You get down, your cue's already on that line. Make sure you're exactly where you want to hit. You want to double, triple check. Now you see I almost missed that ball. You want to get down. Let's say I want to make it towards this side of the pocket. Gonna get down, we're still gonna double, triple check. And then you should be right where you aim to make the ball. Not just in the pocket. You need to figure out an aiming point in the pocket to make the ball. And sometimes when you're playing a long shot, like let's say we're playing this shot, and we have an option. We could either stop right there or draw back for the 5 in the corner. And let's say the 8 ball is up here, so the 5 in the corner may be a better shot just to get back to the 8 ball. But since this is such a long shot, you may have to sacrifice some position. You may have to sacrifice some position. Instead of doing this shot and try to do some crazy draw, you see how bad that can end up. Now your opponent has this, and he can still do what you were trying to do. So when you have a long shot like that, you may need to sacrifice position. Play the shot like this. Just play to make it. And then whatever you have to do to get on the next ball, just do it. You may have to sacrifice some position there too. Just because if you miss this ball, it's game over. If you make it, you're still at the table. That's something that I want you to take away from this video. If you miss this ball trying to do some crazy position shot, rather than just getting down, making it, if you miss that, you're not at the table anymore. It's all in your opponent's hands. Whoever's at the table has the advantage. Unless they're locked up in some crazy safety, they have the advantage. Even if they can't even see the ball, they have the advantage. Your fate is in their hands now. But if you're at the table, your fate is in your hands. So just go for the easy shot. Not necessarily the easy shot, but go for the easier position. Like even if you, but never do this. Don't try to slow roll that ball in. If you're going to play that ball and want to stop right there for the easier position, never slow roll it. If you're going to stop right there, do this. Well, don't necessarily scratch, but you see, play it a bit harder, because slow rolling, there's two things that can happen. Unless you're 100% confident in the table and yourself, don't slow roll it. Because if you slow roll it, the cue ball sometimes curves off. The table may be unlevel in some area. Like watch this, I'm going to hit this 5 ball slow towards the back of the pocket. You see how it kind of took a wiggle path there. Now once it gets to that pocket, maybe it curves off, or before it gets to that pocket, maybe it curves off. But neither ball can curve at that speed, if you understand what I'm saying. But also, this shot that I shot over here, this is a very missable shot. Right here. This is very missable. So if you miss it on a slow roll, watch where the ball ends up. So you see, if we still had that ball that was hanging right here, yeah, if you made it, you would have position. But you're always going to leave the ball right here. You're always going to leave the ball close to the pocket if you slow roll and miss. Unless you miss it by a mile, don't slow roll. Always play them with a bit of pace. So don't really slow roll it because it may curve off, or you're going to leave it right in the jaws of the pocket. Always hit it with a little bit of pace if you're faced with one of those long shots. So when you're faced with a long shot, let's say that's not straight in, like something like this. You're faced with this and you got to shoot that in the corner. I want you to take your time. If there's not a shot clock, take a ton of time. If there is a shot clock, use up the shot clock. Use an extension. Because this shot can make or break the rack. So one shot is really, if you're playing a good player, one shot is all it takes to screw up. So find your line on this shot. Don't just get down and swing at it. This one you may want to hit at a more medium pace. Because at that medium pace it still can't roll off. But especially if it's a case ball, if it's like a 9 ball or a 10 ball, or an 8 ball even, if you're playing, depending on what game you're playing, a long shot on that last ball can make or break the rack. And again, you want to hit it at that medium pace, because if it is the last ball, say we're both on the 9 ball, and I slow roll and miss it. So I slow roll it, and I miss it. Look where both balls end up. It's absolutely perfect. It just leaves a little cinch shot. So don't try to slow roll it, but don't hammer it at this angle either. Especially this angle. The angle that the ball is coming from can affect the speed that you hit it at widely. Because if you hit this ball soft and it hits right there, it still has a chance to wobble in. But if you come around here and you hit it hard at that point, it's not going to go in. It just isn't. At this point, it's not going to go in. It bounces off too much, too hard. But if you hit it softer, it goes in. But you don't really want to slow roll it, but at that medium pace, it could go in. And another thing that you may want to do that's a little step above, play for the side of the pocket that you can miss on. If that makes sense. So on this case, this is mostly with bank shots, but sometimes with these shots, if we're going to miss, we want to overcut it. If we're going to miss, we want to overcut it, because that way, there's a lower chance of leaving a shot. We don't want to overcut it by that much and hit a little softer. So our cue ball ends up there, or our object ball ends up somewhere along the rail from here to here. So if you're going to miss it over there. If you hit it too hard, it'll do that to you. If you hit it too soft, it'll hang up in that pocket. So we're going to hit it like this. That is the perfect way to hit a long shot on a last ball, leaving the cue ball with some separation just in case you miss. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please click the like button on this video. If you want to be notified when I post a new video, you can click the subscribe button, then the bell icon right next to it. That'll just send you an email and notification saying that I've uploaded a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.